Hi, this is Kylie Coo. Welcome to my studio. So for March in the Mixed Media Emporium Facebook group, we're going to be doing mixed media techniques. And this week we're doing marbling. Now I have never done shaving foam marbling before, so that's what I'm going to do. As well as the shaving foam, I'm going to be using these foil tins and lots of scrap papers, book pages, tissue, old pieces that I'd already experimented on. That's flip chart paper, you might call it news sheet. These are things that I did experiments on last year with dendritics, and I'm just going to use any scrap papers to hand. And I just want to experiment. So the first experiment is with some craft acrylics. Now I'm going to put this on at speed, and quite a bit of the process will be repetitive, but it'll let you see different materials that I'm going to be using, different supplies. I am going to use a bone folder just to take the foam off. I've got a piece of towel there, kitchen towel, and I will recycle that after it gets some colour onto it anyway. And you can use any implement to mix the colour in. I've got a fan brush there, I could use the bone folder. I bring out another paintbrush later, but you could also use something like a small cocktail stick. Not sure if it needs to be shaken, but I'm doing that anyway. So I'm just taking the shaving foam and putting in a layer in the bottom of this tray. Now it was a little bit loath to come out to begin with, but once I got it going it was fine. I didn't completely fill the tray, I just wasn't sure how much I needed, so I just put on this kind of thin layer and I'm just smoothing it out a bit with the bone folder. I don't go for it perfectly flat, I'm not sure if you're supposed to, but that's just where I took it to. So I then took out 3 colours and I decided to go a little bit wild, so I've got a purple and I'm going to put it on just in different places. I've got a turquoise and I've got a yellow. Now I knew that these would start to mix and probably give me a bit of a green in there as well. Obviously you could keep colours within the same family if you don't want them to actually start to create other colours, or for them to be more kind of in line with each other. So I just start by taking my fan brush, just starting to work the paint in, and you can see there that it's already starting to change colour a bit. Moving it around, trying to make sure that every little blob that I put down is mixed in. And then all I'm going to do is take a piece of my paper, put it down, and I'm making sure that it makes full contact with the foam. So just tapping over it, smoothing it, just trying to get the foam on every piece. And there we go. It's a riot, but I love it. Just then going to take the bone folder. Now this is a bit of a messy job, I have to say. This entire thing, messier than I expected. And I'm just pulling that along. I'm just going to put that back in, that can be reused. Just going over a second and you'll see it's created that marble effect. Getting little touches of the purple and the turquoise in there. Most of the yellow has gone to a green colour. Just taking another bit just now. I'm just going to see if I get the same kind of result this time. This time I was using a security envelope. So again, just going to pull it along. And I think the security envelope gives it a bit of a kind of faded background. Now I did go over that, I pulled it a second time and you'll see it did kind of smudge it a little bit. But that's okay, as I say, I haven't used this technique before, so it's all about experimenting as far as I'm concerned. So mixed it in a little bit further. Maybe I should have added some more paint at this point, I'm not sure, but just using a dictionary page here to see what kind of result I can get on this. And you know, my colours are going a bit more grungy, less definition in them, but actually I'm still pretty happy with that. So I put them off to the side to dry. This time just taking a piece of brown packaging paper. Again making sure that I've got full contact, pulling it out. Looks good like that. pull it and it's not quite caught everywhere. I was tempted to put the foam back down onto it and try again. Now I think one of the tricks here is not to pull over it a second time, so try and get all the foam the first time if you can. That was just my experience though. Others will know way better than me. Okay. So I'm moving now to a second tray. I'm keeping that other stuff because I'm going to try and do some more off camera. Just filling the tray about a third of the way this time, a third to half of the way, and just going to do a similar technique this time, except this time I'm going to try using some inks, and I keep them all within the kind of same family this time. I think it's a tangerine, I think cherry red, I think these are all Dr. P.H. Martin's, and also something like a golden yellow. But just a very similar technique, just dropping the ink in this time rather than the paint. And I've got a smaller brush this time, and I'm just going to mix them round with the smaller brush. And again, just trying to make sure that I touch every little blob that I put in, just to give it a bit of a mix round. And I liked these colours together, these were looking really good together. Just tearing a bit off my paper just to make it that little bit smaller. It doesn't cover the whole thing, but that's okay. For me, these are probably going to be used as collage papers of some sort. Came up really nicely there. I like the way that came up. But again, just going to do the same thing and pull over it. And I loved that one. I thought that was great. I think the inks are nice and vivid, and yeah, it just sat nicely on there. As I say, with the first tray, I think if I'd added some more paint when it came to doing later ones, it might have been a bit better. Dictionary page, this is okay. It's bending there a bit, and of course when it curls over, some of the foam's coming off, so I lose some of it. Again, it didn't grab it terribly well. But later on I will come back on to try and do a second layer on that. This is a piece of tissue paper. Exact same thing, just trying to get as much contact as possible. Now obviously when I go over the tissue paper with the bone folder, I'm just going to go gently because I'm not sure if this will tear. And again, quite a nice effect on that. Now I did discover that there were some little bits of shaving foam left, but that was okay. I just took them off when I was drying. Just giving that a mix round. Obviously getting slightly different colour this time. But just going to keep doing something similar. And again, just doing the same thing. Now I'd actually put the wrong side of the paper down onto the shaving foam. I realised this was the side that already had paint on it. But again, quite good to know that this would actually sit on top of the paint. What I then do is I just take it right to the other side. I'm trying to be careful because just in case I smudge it, although it does seem to dry pretty quickly. Just doing it on the other side. Didn't quite get full coverage, but that time I just kind of swept it up and round rather than just going from side to side, so it did spread it out a little bit further. Okay, so I'm going to put some more foam in. I just didn't want to use a third tray. And this time I'm using a couple of glimmer mists. Now, I can't remember if these are permanent or not. I did think about using the Tim Holtz Dilutions inks, but these came to hand first. So I don't know if the shaving foam will kind of act as a fixative or not, but if not, then obviously you know, if you do want to fix the colour, then just use some sort of spray, even a hairspray. But just mixing those two together, those are the only two glimmer mists I have, I think, so quite different colours, but gives a nice effect, I think. So I take that off. Didn't quite get it tapped down in all the places, but nevertheless quite a nice effect. So I think the key is to make sure that there's plenty of or sufficient product on the surface. You'll see I'm adding a lot more this time, and also making sure that you touch it down onto the foam as much as possible. At this point I was just enjoying making those patterns. This was just a piece of the flip chart paper. Just trying to get it down and onto the foam, pulling it off, and hey presto, I liked that one as well. Now obviously these could be done with larger sheets of paper, but as I say, given that this was my first time using it, I thought I'm just going to use some scraps of paper, and of course I love having lots of collage materials, and this will just be perfect for that. The brown paper, I decided I would give it a second go, but this time using some inks. So I just spread my foam out a bit more, just adding a bit more colour to it. I was quite keen to see if I could do a second layer on top, albeit this time with a different set of colours and a different product. Just started with the fan brush there. Now, you know, you could even use things, if you had something like an old comb, a long-toothed comb, you could pull that through it. Anything at all, just to help to blend the material together. Do one side, then the other. Again, I'm just going to pull my bone folder along it, and it does add a little bit extra colour. Not as much as I thought it might, but it just adds a bit more interest to that one. Taking a bit of dictionary page again and just doing that once more. And it doesn't do much more for it, but you know, let's see where it goes anyway. So adds a little bit more colour, but you know, a nice coloured page for use somehow. So I will dry all of these off. I'm going to do some more experimenting with them just because this is a lot of fun, even more fun than I expected. So let's look at them. That was the acrylic colours on the security envelope, on the dictionary page. Those have all turned out nice, will give me some nice collage materials. The brown paper, nice, lovely feel to it, nice and crinkly, so I like that. The glimmer mists I thought turned out well. Paler in terms of colour, but very nice. Dictionary page. The tissue was good, I liked that. And you know, got some nice patterns. It'd be good to try it on some bigger pieces, but for the time being, this suits me fine. So do check out Nina's video this week, and of course, if you want to join our Facebook group, I'll leave the link below. As always, thanks for watching. Bye for now.